Hi there, my name is Tamia, and welcome to Code and Play Classics. This channel is all about classic games, showcasing old favorites, and creating simple 2D retro games from scratch. We'll explore pixel adventures and early 3D legends, like the very first Need for Speed and other retro favorites. In our first project, we'll build a simple but fun game, Tic Tac Toe. No special tools or game engines are needed, just your browser and a bit of curiosity. So get ready, and let's bring the classics back to life together. First, let's create a folder for our Tic Tac Toe game. Since this will be a web game, we'll need an index.html, a script file, and a style file. Let's start by creating the index.html file. Now, let's also create the script file and the style file. Now, let's open the index.html file. It still has a .txt extension, so first, let's rename it. First, we define the document type and start the HTML element. In the head section, we set the character encoding, the title of the page, and link to the CSS style file. Now, let's create the style.css file. In the body, we first display an ASCII Art of Code and Play Classics channel. You can use your favorite ASCII image or add any text here. Now let's create the game board inside a div with the id game. There are 9 div elements with the class cell, and a data index from 0 to 8, representing each square of the tic-tac-toe board. Below the board, we have to add a paragraph with the ID, status, that shows whose turn it is, initially player X. Now let's add a button with the ID, reset, that will restart the game when clicked. At the end of the body, we include our script file, script.js, which will handle the game logic and interactivity. Okay, so, index.html we have prepared, and let's prepare style for our game. First, we create the body. We use the Arial font, center all the text, set a light gray background color, and add some padding around the page. Next, we style the game area, which has the ID game. It uses a grid layout with 3 equal columns, a small gap between the cells, and a fixed width to center the board on the page. Okay, so, let's prepare style for cells. Each cell has a white background, a size of 100 pixels by 100 pixels, a thick dark border, and a large font size for the X or O. The cells are also centered both vertically and horizontally using Flexbox. We add a hover effect so that when you move the mouse over a cell, the background becomes slightly darker. The status text below the board has a larger font size and some margin to add spacing. Finally, the reset button has some padding and a medium font size to make it easy to click. Now, we have the style.css complete, and let's save it as CSS. Okay, so, we can delete the empty style.txt file, and script.txt file, that we created at the beginning, because we are saving it directly from Notepad. So, now we're finally going to run our tic-tac-toe game for the first time, to check if it's displaying correctly. The ASCII art is displayed, as well as the playing field and 9 cells. The text and the button to restart the game are also visible. We have successfully tested that the game components are displayed well. Now let's code the game logic. We'll do it in the script.js file. First, we select all the HTML elements we need. We get all the cells from the board, the status text that shows whose turn it is, and the reset button. Okay, now we define some variables. The current player starts as X. The board is represented as an array with 9 empty strings, 1 for each cell. And the variable gameActive keeps track of whether the game is still running. Next, we define all the possible winning combinations. These include 3 rows, 3 columns, and 2 diagonals. Okay, so we have to define the main function. The main function is called handleClick. It runs every time a player clicks on a cell. Inside this function, we get the index of the clicked cell. If the cell is already filled, or if the game is over, we ignore the click. Otherwise, we mark the cell with the current player symbol, either X or O, and update the board array. Let's create the check winner function. This function looks through all winning combinations. It returns true if any combination is completely filled with the same player symbol. We check if the current player has won the game. If there's a winner, we show a message that says player X is the winner, and stop the game. If the board is full and no one has won, we show a message that says it's a draw, and stop the game. If the game is still active, we switch to the next player. If it was X, now it becomes O, and vice versa. We also update the text on the screen to show whose turn it is. Okay, so we create the reset game function. It resets everything. It clears the board, sets the current player back to X, updates the status text, and removes all symbols from the cells. At the bottom of the script, we connect everything together. Each cell listens for a click event and calls the handle click function. The reset button listens for a click as well and calls the reset game function. And that's it. Our simple tic-tac-toe game is fully interactive and ready to play in the browser. Save this file and let's try our tic-tac-toe game. Player O is the winner. Player X is the winner. It is a draw. And that's it. We've just created and tested the first version of our tic-tac-toe game. It's a simple two-player game that you can play right in your browser. In the next episode, we will expand the game and add a basic artificial intelligence opponent, so you will be able to play against the computer. Subscribe if you don't want to miss a new episode. Thank you everyone. Have a good day. See you in the next episode.